Alright guys, Big Truck TV here. Right here we got a mountain bike, and what we're going to be doing is putting one of those motorized bike kits on it. They mount down here, so what we did is we removed the shock. We're going to have to remove these somehow, either cut them. This we might be able to unbolt. Right now we're working on the handlebar. We're going to be pulling this off. I'm going to show you guys a picture of the handlebar. That way there you can see what we're putting on it. So let's get into it. We got the new handlebars right here, as you guys can see. Alright, so as you can see, we got the handlebars off. We've got the brakes here. So these are going to go on the new handlebars. The new ones, they actually lift up 8 inches, so then you're not hunched over forward the whole time you're riding. So let's get those new ones on and keep going. Alright, so this is how it's looking from the back. We got the seat at a tilt, as you guys can see, and those handlebars. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so we got all our parts. They came in. We have this box here with our clutch cable. We have the exhaust over here, as you can see. A bunch of other stuff in here. In here, we got the head for the engine, the spark plug, some more hardware and stuff, the carburetor, all that good stuff. And over here on the bike, we've got the engine. Now we're just figuring out how we're going to mount it down to the frame. Over here, we got our gas tank, which is pretty nice. Alright, so we got the head here. I'm going to be mounting it down to the engine. It comes with a spark plug. Alright, so we got the head on the bike. We're just testing it, make sure it fits with the head. So now let's get it off, get the spark plug in, and keep going. Alright, so right now we're getting our motor mounts in because the other ones were too short, the ones it comes with. So what we're going to do is put this here on, and this here is going to go right through this here with the frame in between this, and it's going to hold it down. And we do it on both sides. Alright, so we got the engine sitting on the bike. We got the mounts on, but it's loose because we had to get the carburetor on. And we got the exhaust right here. So I'm going to unwrap this. It actually looks nice. So there's the exhaust right there. Looks pretty good. So let's go get this on. Alright, so you can see we got the carb up here. The exhaust is on. The pedals still spin even with the exhaust right there. The engine's mounted down. It's tight. So now let's get the gas tank on and keep going. Alright, so we got our grips here. This one here is for the throttle, as you can see. It has this piece here that the throttle cable clips into. That way there you have the throttle, the fuel filter right here, the gas line, and this is the kill switch right here. So let's get this all on. Alright, so before we do this, we're going to go get the gas tank on. So I got a gas tank strap here. It didn't fit like it was supposed to. The frame was too wide, so I'm just bending the metal a little bit. Just that way there so it fits a little bit better. So I got it bent. Let me go see if it fits. So you can see it fits around the frame perfectly. You can see both sides of the threads. Now let's get the bolts on. Alright, so we got the gas tank on. I had to bend this strap right here because it wouldn't fit around the whole frame and get the other stud. So I bent it a little bit, and you can see I got both bolts on now. The back's on both sides. The engine's on. It's tight. So now we got to get the throttle on with the gas line to the carburetor, and just a bunch of other little things until we can get this running. So let's Alright, so now for the fun part, we're going to be doing the coil. As you can see, we got the boot on the spark plug. A little bit of wiring, not too much. We got to wire the coil to this here, and then the kill switch down to the coil. So let's do that. Alright, so we got the wiring done, the coil, the kill switch, all the way to the spark plug. So we're going to spin it If you look carefully, you can see there's a spark. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of a spark right there. So we got the throttle in. We got to screw these pieces down, get the cable hooked up inside here. And now we're going to run the cable all the way down over here to the carburetor. So I believe we have to get this off or somehow slide this in. So let's get that. Alright, so we got the throttle cable hooked up to the carburetor. It's working good. It's releasing. You can see right there, just like that. The next thing we got to do is get this fuel filter on. So let's go do that. Alright, so guys, this is how it looks from the back. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys noticed yet or not, but I changed out the handlebars just because the cables wouldn't reach the other one because they were so tall. But I think it looks better with these ones because these are black and it matches the rest of the bike, which the other ones were silver. We got all the electrical done. Next, we're going to do the fuel filter, or either run the cable for the clutch, one of those two, and then clean up the wires a little bit, zip tie them so they're out of the way. That way they're not hanging like this one is. And we also need to get this sprocket on the back tire. We have to get the big sprocket on here and run the chain all the way to this smaller sprocket. Alright, so we got this sprocket here. We're going to run the chain from here over to here. So let's do that. Alright guys, we got everything on. As you can see, we got the clutch, the sprocket, the pulley, everything. Now all we have to do is run the cable from the clutch lever all the way down to the clutch. Alright guys, this bike is finally done. Now let's go see. Alright guys, we got it running. Keep it idle. Alright guys, she's idling.